You're standing in your mother's closet, holding a stack of tax documents she asked you to find, when you notice the safe behind her shoe rack. You've lived in this house your entire 24 years, and you've never seen it before. The combination is taped to the inside of the closet door, her handwriting, faded but clear. She's always been like that, organized to the point of paranoia, but careless about the details that actually matter. You spin the dial more out of curiosity than intention. Inside, there are no jewels, no cash, just a single manila envelope, the kind that yellows at the edges. Your name is written across it in marker, not the name you go by now, the one from before you changed it legally at 18. The envelope isn't sealed. You pull out a birth certificate, yours, except the date is wrong. Not by years, by 3 weeks. You read it again. The hospital name matches the stories your mother told you. The city is right, but the date, November 4th, that's not your birthday. You've celebrated November 25th your entire life. There are photos, cake, candles with the number 1, then 2, then 10. You take the envelope downstairs. Your mother is at the kitchen table scrolling through her phone with reading glasses perched on her nose. She looks up when you set the paper down in front of her. Why does this say November 4th? Her face doesn't change. That's the worst part. No surprise, no confusion, just a long, tired exhale. Where did you find that? The safe. You told me to get the tax stuff. She takes off her glasses, folds them slowly. I didn't think you'd open it. Why is the date wrong? It's not wrong. You feel something cold settle in your chest. Mom, my birthday is November 25th. She doesn't answer. She picks up the birth certificate, holds it for a moment like she's weighing it, then sets it back down. We should talk, she says quietly. You don't sit, so talk. She stands, walks to the counter, pours herself a glass of water she doesn't drink. When she finally turns back, her voice is softer than you've ever heard it. You were born on November 4th. That part is true. Then why? Because we got you on the 25th. The room goes silent, except for the hum of the refrigerator. What does that mean, you got me? Your mother's hands are shaking. She grips the counter. Sit down, please. You don't move. She closes her eyes. You were 3 weeks old when you came to us. We celebrated the day you came home. That was the day that mattered. Came home from where? The hospital. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks? No. She looks at you now, and her eyes are wet. You were with someone else. You feel the floor tilt. I don't understand. You were born to another woman. Your mother's voice cracks. She couldn't keep you. You sit down. The kitchen is the same kitchen you've eaten breakfast in for 2 decades. The table is the same table, but everything feels like a stage set now, fake, rearranged. Are you telling me I'm adopted? Not legally, not officially. Then what? She sits across from you. Her hands are flat on the table like she's trying to hold it down. It was private, between families. What family? I can't tell you. Why not? Because I promised. You stare at her, this woman who raised you, who braided your hair and signed permission slips and taught you to drive. You've never seen her cry before, but she's crying now. You've been lying to me my entire life. She gave you a life, she says, and there's an edge to her voice now. I gave you everything. Except the truth. She doesn't respond. You push the chair back and stand. I need to go. Where? I don't know. Anywhere but here. You grab your keys and leave. You drive for an hour without direction. When you finally pull over, you're parked outside your grandmother's house. Your mother's grandmother, who lives alone since your grandfather died. You knock and she opens the door with flour on her hands. Sweetheart, what a surprise. You step inside. The house smells like bread. It always has. Grandma, I need to ask you something. She wipes her hands on her apron, studying your face. All right. Did you know I wasn't Mom's biological daughter? Her expression doesn't change, but something in her posture stiffens. She walks to the kitchen, and you follow. She told you, your grandmother says quietly. You knew? Of course I knew. And you never said anything? She turns to face you. It wasn't my story to tell. That's what everyone keeps saying. Your grandmother pulls out a chair and sits. She gestures for you to do the same. Your mother couldn't have children, she says. We found out when she was 30. It destroyed her. She wanted to adopt, but your father didn't want to wait. He had a coworker, someone he trusted, who knew a young woman, pregnant, alone. Who? I don't know her name. Your mother never told me. Why not? Because the arrangement was that it would stay closed, no contact, no records, just a clean start. You feel something harden in your chest. So I'm just, what, a transaction? You are my granddaughter, she says firmly. You are your mother's daughter. That has never been a lie. But the birthday is the day you became hers. That's what mattered to her. What about what matters to me? Your grandmother reaches across the table and takes your hand. Her grip is surprisingly strong. For days, the birth certificate sat on my table, heavier than it should have been. On the third day, you drive to the hospital listed on the paper. The records department is a small office on the second floor. A woman with purple-framed glasses looks up when you approach the desk. I need to request a birth record, you say. She slides a form across the counter. Fill this out. You write your name, the name on the certificate, and the date, November 4th. You slide it back. She types into her computer, frowns, types again. This is you? Yes. There's a note on the file. It's restricted. What does that mean? She frowns at the screen. There's a caseworker listed from social services. A caseworker? From social services. Your stomach drops. You leave the hospital and sit in your car, hands shaking on the steering wheel. Social services means it wasn't just a private arrangement. It means there was intervention. It means someone decided your biological mother couldn't keep you. You drive home and call your mother. She answers on the first ring. I went to the hospital, you say. Silence. There's a caseworker listed on my file. You told me it was private. It was. Then why is social services involved? Your mother's voice is barely a whisper. Because she was 16. You close your eyes. She was a child. Yes. And you took me from her? No. Your mother's voice cracks. She gave you to us. She signed the papers. She wanted you to have a better life. Did she have a choice? Your mother doesn't answer. Did she? You press. I don't know, your mother says finally. I never met her. Everything went through the caseworker. We were told she was young, scared, and had no support. We were told she wanted a closed arrangement. That's all I know. What was her name? I can't. Tell me her name. Your mother is crying now. Emily. Her name was Emily. You hang up. I searched for a week, chasing names that never quite fit. Then you find a post in a local parenting group from 8 years ago, a woman asking if anyone knows how to search for a child they placed for adoption. The username is EmilyR_1990. You do the math. If she was 16 when you were born, she'd be 40 now. The year matches. You send a message. I think you might be my birth mother. I was born November 4th at Mercy General. I'm trying to understand what happened. You don't expect a response. She replies in 20 minutes. Is your birthday November 25th? Your hands are shaking. That's the birthday I was given, but my birth certificate says November 4th. Can we talk on the phone? You call her. Her voice is soft, cautious. I didn't think I'd ever hear from you. I just found out, you say. Found out what? That I was born November 4th, that my mother isn't my biological mother. There's a long silence. They told me it was closed, she says. They told me I'd never see you again. Did you want to? She starts crying. Every single day. You feel something break open in your chest. Why did you give me up? I didn't have a choice, she says. My parents, they said I was too young, that I'd ruin my life. They called social services.
I wanted to keep you, I tried, but they said I couldn't provide for you, that you'd be better off with a family who could. Did you hold me? Once, she whispers, right after you were born, for maybe 5 minutes. Then they took you. Do you remember what you looked like? You had dark hair and these tiny, perfect hands. You grabbed my finger and held on so tight. Her voice breaks. I thought you'd forgotten me. I didn't even know about you. I named you, she says, before they took you. I named you Lily. You close your eyes. The name feels like something you've been missing your whole life without knowing it. They changed it, you say. I know. Why did they tell me my birthday was November 25th? I don't know. Maybe they wanted it to feel like a fresh start, like you were really theirs from the beginning. But I wasn't. No, she says gently, but they loved you. I have to believe that. You gave me a life I couldn't. You sit in the silence. The anger you've been carrying starts to shift into something else, something heavier. Grief, maybe. For the mother who lost you, for the mother who raised you, for the girl you were who never knew she was someone else first. Can I meet you? You ask. Yes, she says immediately, if you want to. I do. You meet at a coffee shop the following Saturday. She's sitting by the window when you arrive. You recognize her before she looks up. Something in the shape of her face, the way she holds her hands. She stands when she sees you. Neither of you speaks at first. Then she says, "You look just like I imagined." You sit down across from her. "I don't know what to call you," you admit. "Emily is fine." You nod. "I've thought about this moment for 24 years, she says. "I've played it in my head 1,000 times, but now that you're here, I don't know what to say." Me neither. She smiles, just barely. "I'm glad you found me. I'm glad you wanted to be found." She reaches into her bag and pulls out a small box. "I've been carrying this with me ever since you messaged me. I didn't know if I should give it to you, but..." She slides it across the table. You open it. Inside is a hospital bracelet. Tiny, newborn-sized. Your name, Lily, is written in faded ink. "They let me keep it. It's the only thing I have from that day." You hold it in your palm. It weighs almost nothing. "Thank you," you whisper. At home, I place the bracelet beside a photo from my 10th birthday. 2 names, 2 mothers, 2 truths. I wasn't born on the day I was told, but I was loved, in different ways, by women who both believed they were doing what was right.